Stuck on lawn tractor wheels. They're a pain in the butt, ain't they? Well, I know there's lots of videos out there on YouTube showing how to remove stuck on, rusted, seized, whatever, lawn tractor wheels, the rear wheels for a lawn tractor, using steering wheel pullers, gear pullers, settling torches, all that kind of stuff. Well, I guess it's my turn to finally show how I get them off. And I use an acetylene torch and a piece of steel pipe and a sledgehammer. And mustn't forget my favorite, BB blaster. Stuff's awesome. So let's get right to it and show you how I get a stuck on, rusted, seized lawn tractor wheel off. Alright, this here is my Craftsman LT 4000 lawn tractor, and this rear wheel is seized on so bad that even though the retaining ring and washer is not on it, this wheel will not come off. Absolutely will not come off. So I've already removed the wheel on the other side a while back and swapped it out with another wheel. Now it's time to do this wheel. I've been waiting to do this one till the right moment to do a video on it. So let's get to it. This tire is in pretty bad shape. It's one of the original Sears tires. It's dry rotted real bad and it doesn't hold a whole lot of pressure anymore, so there's not a lot of air in it, but still, for safety concerns, best is to remove the valve stem core, which it's pretty gritty in here too anyway, so it needed to come out, and that way you can remove any remaining air pressure. You heard a little hiss. What little air pressure it's in there is now out, so that's for safety cautions. Now, normally I'll spray a little bit of PB blaster on here right before I torch it, but it just makes a big ball of fire and it looks cool, but it doesn't really do much. Really, you don't need to hit it with PB blaster until right when you're about to knock it off. So let's get to it. Let's do it. Yeah, fire! Fire! Fire, fire, yeah, cool, fire. Alright, enough with the silliness. Let's get on with this wheel removal. Fire! You want to heat up your rim, not the axle. The axle's going to get hot too. But you just want to heat up the rim, focus on the rim only. And then slowly turn the wheel. Keep the heat dispersed throughout the rest of the rim. You don't want to concentrate in one spot. You don't want this wheel to glow red hot either. You just want to get it pretty warm. Back and forth. The keyway area is a pretty notorious spot too for seizing up. I wouldn't worry about the paint either. Now just remember, you got to do the back side as well. So just don't concentrate on the front. Again, remember, don't heat up the axle. Alright, here comes the fun part. Spray it down with your PB blaster. Smoky, smoky! Trust me, this helps me. I don't know what it is, but it works. Take a piece of steel pipe, 3-pound sledge, start knocking off this wheel. it's not moving, you may need to apply more heat. Okay, see what I'm doing here? I'm actually using part of this drawbar here. It's kind of a guide or a brace. And I'm putting my steel pipe right up against the hub. I'll zoom in here. Let it focus. Okay. Putting it right up against the hub right here. And then I, just hit on it a couple of times, rotate the wheel, hit on a few more times. Just keep doing that. And using this drawbar, like I was saying, kind of acts as a guide. It'll almost hold itself there in place, so it makes it a lot easier to knock these wheels off. Get it off the rest of the way. Come on. There it goes. Yay! All right. Remember, don't lose the key either. All right, the next step you want to do is not really important, but chances are if the wheel was stuck to the axle, there's going to be some rust. So what I like to do is take a power drill with a wire brush and just wire wheel the tar out of that axle, get it all nice and cleaned up, get all the rust off. You don't gotta go crazy with it, just get what you can. Smooth it out, test fit the wheel on there, see if it'll slide on and off real nice and smooth like. Then after that, you're good to go. Just put a little anti-seize on there, slap the retainers back on, you're good. I do recommend wearing safety glasses for this procedure though, because these wire wheels, the wires can sometimes fly out, and I've been hitting the arm with these things. It's not fun, so bear that in mind. Make sure you rotate the axle and do the whole thing. Also inspect your keyway for any pitting, scarring, damage, what have you, and make sure the key will fit back in this slot. While you got the wheel off, it's a good idea to take your key and wire wheel it, or I like to take a file and I'll set it on the file and I'll just run it across back and forth like that, and then I'll flip it, do all four sides. This thing ain't gonna win a beauty contest, but just make sure it's nice and smooth, and then it'll fit in this keyway. Okay, for reinstalling your lawn tractor wheels to your axle, I like to use this Permatex anti-seize, and I know you can't read it too well anymore, but it does say Permatex anti-seize. This is a really old tube. I've had it for about 15 years or so. A little bit goes a long... Oh, there's a kitty cat. A little bit goes a very long way. It's kind of like a graphite type stuff. It's pretty awesome. You can use grease, but depending on where you're at, your purpose, I guess, should I say, grease kind of helps keep water out a little better, but grease, it seeps out, and this stuff does not seep out. This stuff, you put it on, it stays on until you wipe it off. Okay, as I was saying, this anti-seize, a little bit goes a long way, so I just kind of dot it on there like that. Put a little bit in that keyway groove too, if you can. And then this stuff's very messy, and you get it on your finger, it's hard to get off. But take your finger and just kind of wipe it around. You don't got to lay this stuff on thick, just a nice coating. That's all it really takes. And I like to keep the keyway facing up too for when I install the wheel. It just helps me line everything back up. So if you need a little more, you can add more, but I find that's really all you really need. And like I said, this stuff is like kind of like a graphite material, so you get it on you, it wipes off, but it's just a pain sometimes. Well, now you're ready to install the stupid wheel. Everything else is smooth sailing. A-okay. If you really need this much help in figuring out how to put a wheel on, you don't need to be watching this video. But I'm going to tell you anyway. Just slide the wheel on the axle through the hole. Bam, simple as that. Now insert your key into the keyway. The washer, the really big one. And the retaining clip, the little E clip, C clip, moon clip, whatever you want to call it. The trick I use for putting these back on, I don't know how anyone else does it, but I use a flat blade screwdriver, and I put the clip towards the top. I set the clip in like that, and then I use the flat blade. I set it right on top of that edge of that clip, and I put my hand on the screwdriver and I press down. Sometimes a good pop also works too. Make sure it's seated. There it goes. The last thing you can do, if you still have these little rubber dust covers, if you still got them, that's the last thing you'll do. What I like to do personally is I'll actually take some grease and I'll shoot a couple of dabs of grease around this axle protruding out. You don't have to put a lot. Just kind of smear it around. And that way, if any moisture does get in there, it's going to help keep it from this is where it starts. All your rust, your seizing is going to start right here on the outside. It's not going to start at the back side of the wheel. It's going to start right there. And you can replace your dust cover. Simple as that. Thank you for watching this instructional video on how to remove and reinstall a lawn tractor wheel that's been seized or rusted to an axle. The one on this LT4000 was pretty bad, but I've seen worse. It's just common sense, people. If you follow the manuals, believe it or not, the manuals state to remove the wheels periodically, I think every season, and put some grease or something on it and then reinstall your wheels. No one does that. Especially back in a long time ago. These tractors, this one particularly was made back in the, I think it was a 95 model, but 70s, 80s tractors, early 90s, they're all going to have that kind of issue unless someone really took care of it. It sucks, it really does. The worst ones are MTDs with the bolt-on. I've had to torch them things off, like literally just cut the whole freaking wheel apart. It was just a waste, you know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe if you need to, want to, whatever, I don't care. Give me some feedback if let me know if my videos are doing all right or not. I don't mess with the lawn tractors too much anymore, but occasionally I still do. I'm just trying to do videos on everything nowadays. So anyhow, that's really it. Thanks for watching. 76 Hot Rod F250. Peace out.